Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be going over how you can set limit orders for sILV2 in case the price fluctuates. Now this is a crazy thing I've found, and of course it might come with a little bit of risks, but it's going to be a really interesting thing to look at, and you're definitely going to want to know why you want to know this because of V2 staking coming very soon. Please stay to the end of the video. I'll tell you exactly why you need this and why it's important for you to use it. Let's do it. As always, welcome back to the channel where I'm Scoriox and I do the maths and you do that sweet degen. And as always, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. And please always do your own research. So I have a lot to cover in today's video, but just quickly, I wanted to talk about EmergentDAO. It is a DAO I've co-founded with a bunch of other people. And it is for a dedicated community to gaming and GameFi. Okay, we have a lot of awesome discussions about the different games involved there. They have lots of different creators, lots of co-founders that are involved in the space, whether it's Thetan Arena, Sorare, or DeFi Kingdoms, or whatever else. And we all have awesome chats, and they're just growing now, and it's a really exciting time to be a part of it. There is a Discord link down below where you will be able to find their application, and you can submit to try and become a part of the community. They do want to keep it tight-knit, but it's going to be awesome. Okay, so the other thing I should quickly mention is that the Shiny Shards Guild, obviously for anything Illuvium, really amazing too. You're definitely going to want to check it out. We have awesome discussions, and we're going to be setting up scholarships and things in the future. So you definitely want to be involved in that. So why do you guys want to set a limit order? Firstly, what is a limit order? A limit order is an order you set at a certain price to only execute when it triggers that price. So for example, if you wanted to buy Ethereum at, let's say, $100, Ethereum is currently closer to $3,000. You could set an order that says when Ethereum hits $100, buy it. Okay, and you set up the $100 in that order. You typically cannot touch that $100 unless you cancel the order. And depending on exchanges and things, they can have fees and things like that. So limit orders are really common on exchanges, centralized exchanges, but decentralized exchanges don't quite allow it the same way, okay? I have found a way we can do it. It's a bit tricky and a bit underhanded, and Uniswap has also kind of built their own system. So I'm going to show you that as well, but that's less effective, and I'm going to explain that in a bit. So what I'm going to be using today is I found a software called Matcha. But first, let's quickly look at the sILV2 price. Now, as you can see, the USD price, and this is just on Dex Tools. I can put that link down in the description as well. This is a really useful website because currently the only liquidity for sILV2, and don't forget to like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. The only liquidity for sILV2 is with Ethereum. So sometimes when you're looking at those graphs and things, you can't really visualize it in USD or USDT or whatever it is, or even DAI. I think you might be able to change it somewhere. I have no idea how to. But this is somewhere where it still uses the same pair, as you can see in the top left. It's got with an sILV2, Ethereum and sILV2, but it shows the value in USD. And we're actually going to be using USD when we place this limit order just in a minute. And I'm going to go through the entire process properly, so make sure to stay through to it. But you can see that it's currently about 220 bucks. On a previous video, I managed to snag it for 150. And in this video, I'm going to try and snag it for 120. Obviously the price actually has to go there, but later on, I'm going to explain exactly why it will go there, or has a high chance of going there. But you're not really at risk if it doesn't go there. You just don't get the order filled, and you might have missed out if it did go low, but not quite as low as you wanted. And that's where you set multiple orders. So you can see it's currently $200. So the first thing we want to do when we do anything like this is we want to make sure we grab the official sILV2 contract address. There's lots of dodgy stuff that's always going around, and you always got to be careful. So I've got the Medium article. I believe it's Medium article number 39. I can put that in the description as well if you guys would like. The Medium article, and I'm just going to copy this here, which is the sILV2 token contract address. A lot of people shorthand it to CA with a little colon and the address, but token contract address is typically what you're after. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the Uniswap method first, because this is definitely the most trustworthy, and I'm going to explain its shortcoming while I go through it. So first you want to go onto the website. All these links will be in the description down below. And this current feature I'm about to show you is only available on Uniswap v3. And it is a form of adding liquidity. Really interesting, really interesting. So you just want to go to pool. Make sure your wallet's connected, of course. Want to go to pool, and you want to go to add new position. Now what you want to do is you want to select the token. I believe I'm actually using USDC at the moment, because that's what I'm going to use for the next step. So I'm just going to keep it consistent for now. And you select what you want to trade with. Now it won't automatically have sILV2 in there unless you've used it before. It might be saved in here somewhere, but you're going to want to paste the contract address at the top and then select the correct token. Okay. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Okay. So in this method, you can only use Ethereum. I do have a little bit, so it should let me do it, but you can only use Ethereum. Now, here's the crazy part. You can set it up so that it only uses one token. I know this sounds ridiculous. You got to trust me on this one. So I believe we want to click. So if we move that to the right, deposit amounts. Okay. So what we want to look for is to make sure that deposit amount is Ethereum only. So if I move this slider to the left so that it's inclusive of where the price is right now, it'll ask me to deposit both, because that's the range that it's moving between. This concept is really hard to explain, but essentially you're only providing one type of liquidity, and then if the price moves into that range, it will swap your tokens over, because that's where the confined liquidity is. I should make another video. I'll make up a chart. It's really cool, but just trust me on this one. Okay, so you want to move it up to a different spot. Now, I'm aiming for about $100 sILV2. Currently, Ethereum is about 3K. If we assume Ethereum stays close, let's say 2,800, then $100 sILV2 is going to be about 28 sILV2 to 1 Ethereum. 2,800 divided by 100, right? So I want to make sure the min and max hovers around the 28 mark. This is some crazy stuff. Okay. So hovers around some 28 mark. Oops, I moved the wrong one. Okay, so now it's between 28.2 and 28.7. I'm going to drop this left one a little bit so that I have more chance of getting it. So basically, if price enters that zone, any liquidity you add here in Ethereum, I'm not going to click submit on this one. Sorry, guys. But any liquidity you added here in Ethereum, so if I said 0.007, you could click preview. Oh, I've never clicked preview. And then if it hits in that range, it will swap all of your Ethereum into sILV2. Now, the downside is this isn't a real limit order. If it flies up into that range, hits it, and then flies back down, it's going to swap your tokens back into Ethereum, which is not really what we're after, because what I'm expecting is when the V2 staking unlocks, a lot of people are going to be able to claim their sILV2. It is still currently the only way to claim liquidity from their tokens. There are a lot of whales out there, and that's why sILV2 has a pool to begin with. I believe many of them will probably claim their sILV2. And you're like, oh, Scoriox, the price isn't going to go that low. There's a lot of demand and everything at those prices. That's why we're doing this, because what I would expect to happen is if the price does drop and drop a lot, lots of people are going to be buying it up. Many people that are going to be using this technique I'm about to show you. Okay, so here's the other way we can do it. I found something called Matcha. Now, full disclosure, I have never actually used this before. I will be trying it out. We'll see how we go, but I've never used it before. I have watched a few tutorials and things. It seems to work okay, but it might miss the orders here and there as well. So try and keep an eye on it if you do plan on going down this route. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the token name, which is the contract address, and it appears. I tried a lot of this system on 1inch as well, which also does this sort of thing. Had no luck with it. It couldn't even find sILV2, so I'm not going to show it in this demo, I'm afraid. So it really only lets you use a few tokens here, but USDC is one of them. Now, if you want to obtain USDC, you can just swap Ethereum for it on Uniswap. okay? I looked at this price comparatively to DEX tools at one point, and it seems to be quite close. It's not always exactly the same. That might be a fees type thing, okay? So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to type in 100. I'm going to switch this over to a limit order. All right, remember what I was talking about, limit orders? You want to set a price. So essentially, I'm going to say when the sILV2 price is at, let's say, 125 USDC, and you pay, okay, for this example is my hot wallet. Since I only have like 100 USDC, let's put in 100 because I'm going to submit this one. So, because why not? So 100 USDC, and when the sILV2 price hits 100 USDC, I will receive one sILV2. Actually, you know what? I can still put this at 125, and I'll just receive 0.8 sILV2. It's got less of a bang to it, but it'll work. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to change this number. Now, we don't know when V2 staking is going to launch, and we don't know when the pending rewards are going to be available for people to claim. So something tells me 7 days might not quite be enough, which is a shame. But definitely, I mean, come back, cancel it, restart it, do whatever you need to. Maybe set an alarm on your phone or your calendar so that you know when this might expire. I set it to 7 days. Now I want to click review limit order. Connect MetaMask. I thought it was connected. That's strange. Approve my USDC. Okay, if you guys haven't approved it yet, you got to approve it. This is a brand new wallet, to be quite frank. So just in case you guys were wondering. So it's just activating it. So as you guys can see, this system for a limit order, again, I haven't done it before, so I really do hope it works. But if it does, it'll help you capture that moment. If it drops and people buy it up really quickly because they see the price is low, they're posting in the Discord, people are making content about it, you won't have to worry about all that. This will be set up in the background. If it drops to that price and it has the chance, you should be able to snag it up. So pick whatever price you feel you're comfortable with. I've seen it go to 150, so I think it could go lower. Low as 100, maybe you're playing a bit of trying to chase your own tail there. But as low as something like 100 to 150 for a very brief period of time, I think is very possible. So if you guys want to take that as not financial advice, be my guest. Okay, so once we've done that, we just want to jump back and I'll place my limit order. You'll need to sign this transaction apparently, and it will prepare your trade. Again, do your own research, find other tutorials about this if you're unsure still, but it's a relatively straightforward process. And what it does, it doesn't actually use just Uniswap. It tries to find you the best match across all the exchanges. In this case, there's only liquidity in one place, which is probably why it's having a tough time finding the data. But yeah, so it says limit order placed. And you can see it here in my open orders. Wow, that is so easy. I'm so excited I got to share that with you guys. I hope you guys found it useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below so more people can see this and get involved with Illuvium. We definitely want more people there. Again, don't forget to join the Shiny Shards Guild and EmergentDAO. The application will be down in the Discord group that will have a link down below. Mouthful, my bad. All right, I hope you guys like the new lighting and everything too. It's been awesome to set up, and have a good one. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and don't forget to watch this next video down there in the bottom left-hand... Wait. It's doing that thing again. Wait. It's happened again? Oh, crap. Man, it happened again!